Hi Pisces, this is your general reading for July 2017. It is a general reading and will not likely resonate with all of you, but I will do my best to cover all my bases. If you would like a broader perspective of what July has in store for you, also watch your moon and rising sign videos and kind of combine the three to find out in more detail what July will have in store for you. For this reading, I am using the Raven's Prophecy Tarot, as well as the Fairy Tarot cards and Magical Messages from the Fairies Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. I also just want to kind of add a disclaimer here that I am not someone to sugarcoat your readings. I will say exactly what I see, feel, hear, interpret, whatever. I'm not going to put a positive spin on things that may not be so positive, because there are things in life that happen that are not always good. So I don't want to give anybody a false idea of what I'm seeing, hearing, or feeling. I would rather just tell you the truth, and hopefully it will help you moving forward, and you'll know how to deal with things when they arise. So, Pisces, for July, let's see what we have for you. Some of these cards really don't surprise me for Pisces. So the card at the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. So to start with, beginning in July, possibly the end of June, we have the World. Great start. And it's combined with the Two of Swords. So the energies that I'm getting from these first two cards are saying kind of that you're leaving June optimistically, we'll say. I feel like there have been some opportunities come up for you, and you've seen options that you hadn't seen before. That being said, everything has been kind of smooth sailing for the last, I'm going to say, maybe a week or two for you, and you're thinking like, okay, things are finally changing for me. They're going to start getting better. But there is going to be some kind of wrench thrown into your plans. And I don't even know if I can call it plans, because I don't feel like you have actually planned anything. I feel like you're just kind of enjoying this smooth ride that you finally have. But someone is going to somehow have control over what's going on in your life. Maybe it's a boss telling you where you thought you had weekends off work, now coming to you and saying, actually, I need you. Or maybe there was a job that was offered to you, and now they're getting back to you and saying, well, yeah, I know I said I wanted you to start at this date, but can we push it back by a month? And you were kind of counting on that additional income. So this is not necessarily a bad thing. I just feel like there's someone that is almost commandeering this free-flowing ride that you've been having for a little bit here. This could also be a partner that is maybe changing things around. Maybe you had planned a vacation of some kind and your partner's now like, no, you know what, don't want to go, or can't afford it, or someone is changing things on you that you hadn't anticipated. Next, we have the Queen of Wands. And she's paired with The Eight of Wands. So you're really persevering through this bump in the road, we'll say, because things have been going so smoothly for you, and you're kind of just enjoying that opportunity because Pisces, unfortunately, you don't get just an easy ride all the time. So when this bump in the road happens, I feel like you are kind of able to get control over it again and either just go with the flow so that there's not even more waves, or you're going to stand up for yourself and say, no, you know what, this isn't working for me. This is my life and I'm going to do what I need to do. But I feel like there are possibly a couple of people here who are not agreeing with the way you're doing things. And it could be because you're always the scapegoat for people. You're the one that's willing to take on everybody else's problems and trouble and try to deal with it for them. You're just one of those signs. Being a water sign, being more in touch with the emotional side of things, I think you're usually more than willing to take on extra problems. And in this case, I feel like finally, at least for a couple of weeks, you're just wanting to say, no, I'm going to do things my way. I'm going to see how they turn out and go with that. I think it's the best thing you can do, especially since following that is the Queen of Swords and the Four of Coins. So the combination of these two is that following this period where you're standing up for yourself and you're not taking on things for other people, I think it's going to throw some people or a person off because they're so used to you just saying, okay, yes, and being the go-to person. That whether this is a friend, a colleague, an acquaintance, a family member, someone is going to start maybe talking about you behind your back, making you look bad in front of other people. It's not going to have the desired effect because people do know you. So I just want you to kind of be prepared for the fact that there may be some rumors going on, or someone, because you weren't able to be controlled, they may try different tactics to control you, especially when it comes to money. If this is a partner or someone telling you, no, we can't afford it, you can't do it, and try to control you that way, all I can suggest is that you actually go and look at what is owing, what's in the bank, and really see for yourself whether or not that's true. Because even if it is true, at least you're going to have some of the control because you will know for certain and you're not relying on someone else to tell you what's right and wrong. If this is a boss, perhaps telling you that you're not going to be starting as soon as you had thought, or cutting back on your hours somehow, don't worry about it because it will work out. Even though they're telling you that it's not going your way, I think it's more of a tactic to get you to do what they want. But by standing up for yourself, you're going to see that they have to rely on you and things are actually going to go your way. So don't give in to the pressure of what everybody else is putting on you. Now, toward the end of July, we have the Tower paired with the Three of Wands. And for both of these, we have fire and flames going on here. And that's kind of been a theme of your July reading. But in both of these cases, the Three of Wands and the Tower, in these depictions, both are under control. Even though the Tower, it's a huge flame, there is a person standing very close to it. So I feel as if this is being monitored, this is under control, and there's nothing to really worry about. Same with the Three of Wands. It's just a small fire contained between the trees. The trees are not burning. There's a raven sitting up here. Obviously, it's not bothered by the heat or the intensity of the flames. So I think if you can withstand this person or these people trying to take control of you and make you do things, you're going to be perfectly fine. You're not going to get burnt, and you're also going to learn to stand up for yourself and see that other people will heed to what you say and need when you stand up for yourself. Okay, I'm going to pull a few cards from the Fairy Tarot cards and from Magical Messages from the Fairy Oracle cards for some clarification, validation, or additional information for you. Okay, so Pisces. Okay, so the first card we have here is the High Priestess. And she is paired with Express Your Individuality. So the High Priestess is someone who encourages you to trust your intuition and to make careful reflection before taking or making any decisions or actions. And also having insight into yourself, trusting your intuition. And being paired with Express Your Individuality, know that trusting your intuition, especially as a Pisces, because you are, we'll say, more likely than some of the other signs to be psychic or have a sixth sense. And that's okay. You can express that, and you don't need to be afraid to hide that part of you. And that may be part of what's kind of coming out of you all of a sudden, where you know what's right. You don't have to doubt yourself. You can trust your intuition and go with what you're feeling instead of what you're being told to do. Next, we have the Queen of Winter. And she is paired with Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. So the Queen of Winter is someone who is often representing someone who is unmarried or single. So if you are a Pisces who is unpartnered and you're kind of doing it all for yourself and on your own, this may be a really big turning point for you, because the Queen of Winter is about letting go of the people or things that no longer serve you, making the decisions for yourself. It's time to focus on what you want, time to focus on your career, really taking control of you and your life. And that being paired with Goodbye to the old, hello to the new, this could be opportunities, this could be situations, or this could be you. You may just release a part of yourself that is no longer serving you, the part that gets walked over by people or gets taken advantage of. Maybe it's time to let that go and really stand your own ground and stand up for yourself. Then we have Release, paired with Pregnancy. So again, release is letting go of the past. It's an ending so that something new can start, new opportunities that can come in. It's time to move on. And pregnancy really goes with these two fire cards because it's passion, it's drive, it's that personal power. Pregnancy doesn't necessarily have to mean actual physical pregnancy for you or a partner. It could be, but it is more than likely just that creative passion that you have burning inside of you that you're not going to get burnt by. So if you have an idea for a business or um, some kind of entrepreneurial project, this may be the time to do it. It might be time to let go of having someone else control you and move on to be your own boss. So, Pisces, this is rather an empowering reading for you, especially because I'm so used to Pisces readings being more emotional and having basically having you be walked all over. And I'm glad to see that there are a lot of you standing up for yourselves and your beliefs for July. It's great. If you would like more information or you would like a private reading, you can email me at traveler with two L's 1230 at gmail.com, and I'll get back to you so that we can set up a date and time that works for us. Otherwise, I really hope that you can stand in your power for July, and I'll see you back here in a couple of weeks to see what the rest of July looks like for you.